going to start off with a favorite piece of mine called One Time.
Hey. Stay.
In a world with three-headed squirrels running around and speaking backwards German, I have come to learn that it is always beneficial to have a purpose squirt gun because it will disintegrate the howlers and then you are free to walk the streets safely. Now, the reason why that just sounded like the fever dream of a homeless man to all of you, and to me, quite honestly, it sounded perfectly fine, is because I've learned that when you have whatever condition it is that I have, you understand that all of your brains don't quite work like mine. And when I first discovered this truth, the first thought that I had was great. As if I didn't have enough problems making friends already. Now I'm insane. Everybody at school already thought I was the really weird kid, and now I have a shattered brain. And as if like clockwork, as soon as I began to suffer, I simultaneously discovered my love for the academics and my artistic ability as if that would help at all with any of the pain. You see, I had a conversation with God, and she said, "Hey kid, I know life sucks right now, but those conscious nightmares that I bestowed upon your brain are going to be so visually stimulating that you're going to be able to display them on a piece of paper with the same level of dexterity and skill as Leonardo da Vinci when he painted the Mona Lisa. And as far as those voices in your head, kid, they're going to expand your vocabulary, and you're going to gain such a craving for knowledge that you're going to be able to produce philosophical poetry and beautiful thoughts that will one day be held amongst the levels of the exalted ones." I mean, that's got to help, right? Yeah, God, that helps. I mean, you could have never given me these problems in the first place and make me want to kill myself on a couple of occasions, but this is a great love constellation prize. You're awesome, God. Because you see, God is a cool chick who gave me all of these cool gifts, but I stopped believing in her on the day that she made my life a living hell. And sometimes in my worst days, I'll dwell on the fact that, hey, maybe everything will be okay because of the fact that I can read, write, and draw so well. But it doesn't help because it would appear to me in my mind that my possession of creativity and intelligence are carefully selected reparations and seemingly somewhat apologetic accommodations for all of the years that I had to endure unbearable mental torture and failing in school because I couldn't keep my concentration because I was covering my ears trying to block out those voices or closing my eyes because I didn't want to see those horrific hallucinations. But picking up a pen calmed all that down, and the world of art gave me this beautiful socially accepted safe haven. And now truthfully, I don't know. Maybe being a poet was all part of the universe's plan for me, or at least that's the excuse they presented me with in the form of the theory that genius often likes to walk down the road hand in hand with insanity. And you see, that makes sense to me because the random creative individual is inevitable. The ideas that come from any of you might be impeccable. And I happen to know with no ego that my thoughts are on the level of being so astronomically incredible to the point it may seem like I have the superior intelligence of a highly intellectual extraterrestrial. And that works. Because an alien is exactly what I feel like around all of my friends. And that hurts. Being around people who I care about so much makes me feel like the end. There are no outbursts. I simply sit in a seemingly safe circle surrounded by all of my suspicious associates, and I suffer without words. But you see, now the question is why? Why do I walk around wearing a fake smile knowing that I'm living at a lie? Why do I walk amongst the land of the living pretending to be one of them knowing good and well that I'm dying inside? I mean, why not one time can't I tell myself that everything is going to be okay and that I no longer have to hide? And why not one time can't I look myself in the eyes and say, hey, maybe I am crazy, but that's just fine. Because you see, the only life I'm ever going to be stuck with living is mine. And so I got to choose to love myself despite all those hard times. So I'm going to brush myself off. I'm going to wipe away all those tears. I'm going to decide to continue trying. I mean, why not one time?